You can't decide what you haven't examined, what most courts miss in child custody decisions. In child custody disputes, courts routinely make decisions without ever hearing directly from the child or reviewing a complete, reliable record of someone who did. Instead, they rely on summaries, reports, conclusions about what the child supposedly said or meant. That's not a stylistic choice, it's a structural problem in Utah. Because once the underlying interaction is filtered, the loss is permanent. Tone, hesitation, context, sequence, gone. The court can't evaluate what it never sees and hears. Think about it this way. No one would accept a doctor diagnosing a patient based solely on someone else's written summary of an examination. The examination is the foundation. In custody cases, the equivalent is hearing from the child, or at least reviewing a complete recorded interview of that child. What courts often receive instead is narrative, a reduced, interpreted version of events. That distinction matters. Meaning isn't just in the words, it's in how they're said. Hesitation, uncertainty, emotional tone, those are credibility indicators. Summaries don't capture that. They compress them. And compression removes meaning. There's also no way to evaluate how the information was obtained if you're relying on summaries. Were the questions leading? Was follow-up adequate? Was the setting appropriate? Without a record, the court has no way to assess reliability. The usual justification is efficiency or protection of the child. But the child is still being questioned either way, or at least we think that is the way. The only difference is that the questioning happens outside the court's view. The real choice isn't between questioning and no questioning. It's between the visible, reviewable evidence and opaque, unreviewable summaries of alleged interviews. And when courts rely on summaries alone, they're not evaluating evidence. They're evaluating someone else's interpretation of it. That's not fact-finding. That's delegation. And when the underlying data is missing, conclusions become speculation. They can't be anything else. And speculation has no place in a decision this important.